with Clarisse and Grover, do you think that your characters lean more towards agreeing with Annabeth's perspective of Luke or Percy's perspective of Luke?
This is interesting. One thing I've never fully understood is what Grover thinks about Luke. And I think it's because after, all this stuff with Thalia happens, and it's Grover's fault, he puts that on himself. I think he's in such a headspace of I can't even make eye contact with Luke.
Yeah.
And he just refuses to, he feels like he's not worthy to talk to Luke because he let him down.
And I feel like Luke probably also, there's deep down kind of blames Grover a little bit for what happened to Thalia, you know?
Sure.
Because you're the one that came and got us and brought us to camping.
Exactly. And they were doing just fine.
I think I think Grover can understand his sentiments for why he's doing what he's doing, but also, with Pan, the way that satyrs and Pan interact is so different than the way that gods and demigods interact. So there's almost a part of him that's he can't understand, but I think he empathizes.
Yeah, he tries to.
Yeah, he thinks it's his fault. And I think he knows Luke has to be stopped, but, I think he hopes that he can be saved.
Yeah. And what does Clarisse think?
To be honest, I don't know that she has much of an opinion outside of the general demigod public's opinion of Luke, because there's not much storyline between Clarisse and Luke. We still haven't fully fleshed out this relationship. So
We've
I
only
think
had one scene,
I know, where you're
in,
back
season
off,
1,
and I'm
knock it off.
No.
No.
No. I think just like any demigod, he raises valid points, so there wouldn't be a world in which I'm just completely whatever, Luke. I think I get it, but I think at the same time, she loves her father too much and is too attached to the idea of bringing the parent glory, or the traditional demigod god parent relationship, to have it be destroyed, because that's the only place that she gets her validation. So if that's gone and we don't need the gods to validate us anymore, what have I lived my entire life for?
Right.
Yeah.
And then Daniel, Polyphemus has a more sympathetic plight in this adaptation of him. He's still being a big bad in his ways, but does Tyson sympathize with him at all? Like Annabeth with Luke, does he want this Cyclops to be better?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's Tyson in a nutshell. He believes in the best of everybody. But I think he also recognizes Polyphemus for the kind of horrible things that he's done, and for somebody who's not kind of seeking to do the same. And so, despite kind of the, I think, frustration with somebody that's technically a family member of his, kind of being so bad, he also recognizes that there's a need to take him down and to keep his friends alive.
Yeah, he's focusing on what Sally said, be a hero.
Yeah.
Leah, so we make a change here where the nobody scene with Polyphemus is Annabeth's scene now instead of Percy's, right?
What about the... Sorry.
No, go.
The siren, just because I forget how it played out in the script, but in the book, you're the one that's
that's
in the little clip I saw in the trailer.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, what does it give to the story to have Annabeth do these things instead of Percy?
I think if I was coming from fan perspective, it is a little bit whoa, what's happening? But I think it's also good because you don't want to, you want to keep it book accurate, and it's still book accurate somehow, but it flips, you know what I'm saying? Why would you, it's not good to always have something too book accurate, because then it's you could just flip the page and then you'd be looking at an audiobook to screen, you know what I'm saying? And I think the way how we switch it, I like also the way how it's fit for that character now. It's not just instead, it's not for example, just as an example, say, Percy ties Annabeth to the boat, and then he goes along, and then this happens, and he sees Sally and all of that, he sees his dad and stuff. It's not where it's just flipped and now Annabeth is seeing Sally and Poseidon. It's I like the way how it's written into
the story.
Yeah, it goes in with Annabeth and it fits with that. And with the Polyphemus fight, first of all, doing that was the best thing ever. It was so cool. But to do it, me and Walker were actually talking about this. He was saying am I excited to do this? And I was nervous because, you still want to keep it in the accurate version of how Percy does it.
Right. I have a theory.
Yeah.
I feel what's theory, crazy, I'm gonna put this on Wiki Fandom. Anyway, I feel like what could be cool about, in terms of how, you know how we always talk about as like Percy's POV and then we break out of it. I feel like Percy might be, he doesn't have the empathy link with Annabeth, but he's so connected to her that it's like maybe what he's seeing like in real life, he feels it so deeply that in the description of the book, it's almost as if he's going through it. That's only in reference to the siren scene. I'm like, that could be a fun theory or fun way to link the two things.
Yeah.